Happy Thanksgiving, Hispanic Patriots. Hola and welcome to our special Thanksgiving message. The first thing we want to do is a very, very special thing. We want to ask all of you for your prayers for Georgina Chavez-Rey Garcia, the beloved mother of our fearless patron, Hugo Chavez-Rey, who has gone home to the Lord. It is very, very obvious to all humanity that death is an aberration. It's not a thing that is part of our natural world. It's not something that is supposed to exist. But it is a vital part of the human condition. And so we are, as believers, unafraid to return home after this world of pain, but also love. So we're going to have a little off the cuff, unscripted message for everyone. And the theme really is family. Family, family, family. Por familia. And we all experience this in different ways today on Thanksgiving. It's a very important holiday for all Americans everywhere around the world. This is a day where we honor the coming together of nations and races and peoples, that although there was conflict before and after between those first people who celebrated that first Thanksgiving, Native Americans and English settlers. One of them being the famous Squanto, who a lot of people don't know, was actually a Catholic. He was enslaved and brought to Spain, where he converted thanks to the help of good priests who saw to fit to set him free. And with that freedom, he returned to his native land, where destiny would bring the English settlers, and they would have their first Thanksgiving together. So what we have to remember about Thanksgiving, everybody, is that we Hispanics do have a connection to this holiday. That the man who helped the English settlers plant the corn and know where to fish and all of these things that helped them survive and eventually helped build America, our people were a piece of that, even if we came a little bit later into the picture. So, for everyone out there, especially from Hispanic countries, you need to feel free to celebrate Thanksgiving with your family as true Americans. You know, there are turkeys in Mexico. Maybe a nice joke about this. Benjamin Franklin almost had the turkey as our national symbol, actually. So, this day is very important. It's not just a day for eating and drinking, although, of course, you gotta do that, you gotta celebrate. Um, we're very happy to report that recently uh, my family took a trip to Mexico, La Patria, and we've learned a lot of things we're going to share with you all next week on the show. And we want to give big shout out to all of our friends, our new friends in Mexico, joining us for the show. Thank you very much for your support, and we hope we can teach you guys and provide information about what are we doing here in the United States? What are we Hispanic Americans doing in the United States? And what we all can learn from it. We have a great opportunity being here in the United States. And that doesn't mean that we have to forget our family back home, because we have to be very clear. What happens in the United States happens all over the world. So really, Thanksgiving is happening all over the world because Americans have connection to the entire world. We can teach everybody in China and India and Europe and Africa and Hispanic America what is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is when we give thanks for all the good things in our lives. And that includes Georgina Chavez-Rey Garcia, because what we have to remember is that heaven is part of our lives. Just because we're not there yet doesn't mean that it doesn't influence us, that it isn't so important to our material lives. We know that we are here temporarily, but death does not stop us. That's why the Hispanic Patriot logo, among many reasons for our logo, is the sugar skull, is the skull with our headphones still on our heads. Because death will not stop us. Hispanic Patriots will continue to rise up, to take positions of leadership in the United States for the good of all Americans, because whoever is the best for a job in America, that is the person who gets the job. That is how it's supposed to be. And we made sure that it was that way in our election this very month. We know that there was a machine of politics who put up Kamala versus Donald Trump, who was put up by the people. And that is one of the lessons of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was not directed by anybody from on high. It was a product of the mutual respect between the new world and the old. Even if that respect only lasted a short time before conflict broke out again. It's like death and life. We must hold on to the life, even though we know that death is coming. We know that conflict is coming. We have to be thankful for this Thanksgiving, even though we know that World War may be around the corner. Even though we know that there is so many out there, and we need to pray for them, who are homeless, who are addicted, who are suffering. Thanksgiving is not just to be thankful for those things that you have, but to pray that others have things to be thankful for too. Because our nation is not just made up of individuals. America, we are individuals. We are responsible for both our successes and our failures. And I'll share with you one thing in Mexico. There is more of a collective spirit. That you don't fail or succeed just on your own merits, but through the help or detriment of your family. And that this conflict of constant regeneration is something that allows people in other countries to maintain the values, the principles of family, of tradition, of honor and respect. And we all agree in America today that we know we need more honor, more respect, more dignity, more integralism, more glory to God. And we as Hispanics have a duty to bring those values, which is still very much alive, untainted and uncrushed by the modern world so far. We have to bring those values, like the Ark of Noah, to the United States. That is our mission here. Just as it was the mission of those English settlers to bring their blood, their families, their values to the New World. And in bringing together the values of the Old and the New World, we have truly made a new world. I guess what they say is true. Third time's the charm. The third world is the charm. It's a sad thing that that term means poverty and death and instability. But it doesn't have to. By following, learning from, listening to, and contributing, that's the most important part, to the American model, all of us may achieve prosperity and freedom. That is what Thanksgiving is. A celebration of American freedom and prosperity. The freedom to prosper. The freedom to enjoy the fruits on your table. And the liberty, the calling to share it with others. America is not just for us. America is for the world. America holds up the world, and we alone are responsible for our failures and successes in it. And Thanksgiving, my friends, is the celebration of the success part. All of us have to remember that. Especially in my generation, we don't celebrate success that we have enough. We have to enjoy the little victories because each is a step towards the glory of God. Paso a paso, step by step. In America today, we're a little unconcerned with the step by step. We want it right now. We want to get to the end right now. Let's finish and get it done. Get her done. Isn't that right? And we get it done. But we have to remember, just as Rome wasn't built in a day, neither was America. We were built on failures. Our revolution, we lost battle after battle. We were losing our country. But did we give up? No. Same with Mexico and many other countries who were inspired by the United States. Their independence, la independencia, was inspired by the United States because America was the first to do it. We are not strangers here. We are not strangers in history. We are not strangers in the United States. A man, Squanto, who was liberated, who was influenced by Spain, by its religion, by its ideals, just like Hispanic America. This man, Squanto, was key to the unity that would create the United States of America. In the same way, we who come to the United States and become Americans, become American citizens, people of the United States of America, we must follow in the footsteps of Squanto because he didn't know what his end result would be. Paso a paso, his step by step. How would he ever realize, how would he ever know that his destiny would be to help create Thanksgiving? How would any of those people on the Mayflower know? This is what we call faith. Faith in God, but also faith in a country, son país, a land. America is not just an idea. It is a family at the Thanksgiving table. We have to know that what we are trying to do is not going to be built in a day. What we're trying to do will not be devoid of struggles. But didn't those struggles make that first Thanksgiving all the better? The meat on that table, all the more savory. The sweetness of fruits, all the more sweeter. When everything is given to you in life, nothing is sweet. If you don't know what the salt of your tears tastes like, how are you ever going to enjoy that marshmallow and sweet potato casserole? If you've never had to go hungry, how are you going to know how amazingly delicious that turkey with gravy and potatoes is? If you've never sown the fields, how will you ever know how delicious that corn, that maize is? Those first pilgrims, those first people, those first Native Americans together with the English settlers, they knew how sweet it was. So today, let's remember that life is so sweet in part because we know our time is limited. We know that we must pass ourselves on into the future by family, by finding love, by finding a person you love. You married them, you have children with them. You teach those children your language and traditions and customs and everything. That is the only immortality we have in this world that comes from us. The immortality otherwise comes from the Lord. But we only give new souls to save when we carry on our blood and our tradition and our religion, our language, everything, everything. Todos, todos. So when you see your family around the Thanksgiving table, you remember that this is the heavenly banquet, that this is the font of eternal blood on this earth. And as they say, on earth as it is in heaven. So when you see the faces of your family, even if you don't agree on religion or politics, even if somebody has done something to you that was not right, and you've never heard an apology, even if you just can't stand each other, today is the day to remember that the face of every one of your family that you see is your face and the face of God. And what's very important, they have to remember that for you too. Now, today, Thanksgiving is a time to come together. We're not always going to be here forever. And again, we pray for the soul of Georgina Chavez-Rey Garcia, who cannot be here for us for this Thanksgiving, but is for all of us in heaven, en el cielo. We love all of our mothers very much. I know I love mine. And I love my family in Mexico and the United States. So today you love your family, whether they are here or all over the world. Give them a call, give them a message. Go to see them. Eat their food, if nothing else. Do you need a greater motivation than that? That is the greatest motivation, right? Why is food the greatest motivation? Because food is life. Food is life. That's why Jesus Christ, when we commune with Him, what do? We eat and drink. Everything is connected, my friends. Everything is connected. So today, make sure everything is connected in your family. From Hispanic Patriot, again, we wish all of you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Everybody across the United States, everyone across Colorado, everyone across the world. From the United States of America, we are grateful for you. And we know that you are grateful for us. We see it every day. There is so much less hatred and evil than we think there is in this world. The good is just hidden because it doesn't make money, because it doesn't make people powerful in material sense. But that's okay, because the spirit and the world beyond, that will last forever. All of this is temporary. But with that note, again, appreciate your family today. You don't know how long you have them for. We want to thank every single supporter and partner and subscriber, everyone who comments, everyone who likes and shares. And we ask you, please share this message. Share this message of Thanksgiving to all of your friends, especially those who need to hear these words today. Today is a special day, very special day, because we are at the edge of destiny. So much is going to happen in the next 4 years. And we at Hispanic Patriot will be bringing it all to you, our friends. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Look out for a lot of new things coming up. And again, we love each and every one of you, because each one of you, like us, like everyone, is a child of God. So God bless you all. Happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you all every chance we can. Thank you. Take care. Remember to love your family today. Remember to thank God today. And remember always that what is in your heart never dies. Adios.